Copywriting, i.e. the most important skill that you can have as an online business owner. Want to know how to get people to click on your emails, download your opt-in, or even get them to work with you, yes, at full price? You need copywriting. Watch this video to learn everything you need to know to get started writing excellent copy that resonates with your ideal target clients, including how to use my proprietary method, the Rainbow of Sales. Hi, I'm Courtney Chaal. If you're new here, I publish a video every single week to help you, teach you how to write copy, especially when it comes to sales for your service-based or course-based online business. Look, I know that so many of us have what I would call writing trauma from school. And so I want you to know that teaching this stuff to everyone, and I mean everyone, is why I am doing what I'm doing. I want to make sure to break down this elusive skill into practical steps to make it easy for you. Because like I said in the beginning of this video, copywriting is the most important skill that you can have as a business owner, hands down. If you haven't yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below this video. I share a new video every single week, and I want to share all of my copywriting and sales strategies with you. Easy, simple, valuable, practical. That is the name of the game around here. So let's dive in to everything you need to know to get started becoming your own world-class copywriter for your business. First, let's talk about what copywriting is not. Copywriting is not technical writing. It's not essays or blog posts, though blogs sometimes converge into the world of copywriting. Copywriting is not about having fancy language or humor or being like a comedian in written form, though there's a lot of copywriters that excel with being funny. It's a big mistake to think that copywriting is all about the language and the words when it's really all about what the goal of copywriting is. So let's talk about that. Copywriting is all about getting people to take action. It's the words that you use in every form of written communication for your business to encourage someone to take the next step. So let's talk about some actions that you've already taken today. If you just subscribed to my channel, if you haven't yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below this video. Then you reacted to the copy I wrote to encourage you to do so. And if you didn't, that's okay too. Maybe you brushed your teeth this morning, you had some coffee, you clicked a link to watch this YouTube video. What made you do those things? Well, the reason we do anything is because maybe you had an urge. We were like, I had an urge to click that. I just felt like I wanted to. And what I want to tell you is behind that urge is the belief, even if it happened like that fast in your subconscious, that you will get a benefit from that action. That urge that you feel comes from a combination of having maybe like a bit of pain or lack in the moment and a desire for something else. So maybe you woke up and you're like, my breath does not smell so good. Pain. I'm going to brush my teeth, which is going to help me to feel more refreshed, right? That's the urge to brush my teeth. Brushing my teeth is the action that I'm going to take in order to stop the feeling that I currently have and give myself a new experience. Thus, if I want to get somebody to take action, I need to understand their urge and desire and the pain and lack that they're feeling so that I can show them the action to take in order to go from that pain and lack to experiencing the results of that desire. So how do you do this with words? How does copy come into play? Well, you already use language to get people to do things that you'd like them to do every single day. Maybe you tried to urge your partner to get pizza instead of sushi for dinner last night. Maybe you sold them on that idea. And the better you were at understanding their motivations and their desires and their pain point and maybe sense of lack, the better the result probably was in your attempt to convince them to eat pizza instead of sushi. Let me show you what this looks like with a visual. Okay, this image represents the framework that I've been teaching for well over a decade called the Rainbow of Sales. I used to draw pictures like this when I was a kid, maybe you did too, and now it is a concept that is making me and a lot of people that I work with a ton of money because it's a great representation of how you need to position what you do in order to get people to say yes. And then copy is really just the language you use to do that. So first we have our cloud, our rainbow, and our pot of gold. And those are the three elements that make up the rainbow of sales. Now, over here on the left, you'll see that the cloud represents the pain or lack. This is where the person you're speaking to, who you want to get to do something, that's where they're at right now. It's the thing that's missing. It's the thing that's frustrating them. It's whatever it is that they don't want to be experiencing anymore. And then on the right side, you have our pot of gold. The pot of gold represents that final result, the transformation, the desire, and the urge that they have. This is what they want. Okay. So we have what they don't want and what they want. And then, as you can imagine, the rainbow represents the action they need to take in order to go from the pain and the lack to the desire and the urge. This is your offer. This is the thing you want them to do. In this YouTube video, the action I want you to take is to continue watching the video for watch time. So I'm hoping that I'm keeping this interesting and keeping it compelling for you. I want to make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button. That's another action I'm trying to get you to take. And I'm also hoping that maybe you'll download my free sales page template or watch another one of my videos. And so I've made sure that I'm constructing the things I'm talking about and how I'm talking about them with those goals in mind. Copywriting is simply writing with the thought and the effort and the intention of getting the person who is consuming and absorbing and reading your writing to take a specific action. And this is how you make that happen. All right, let's look at a few examples. And I want to show you how we can use the same positioning, meaning the same cloud and gold, in order to get people to take three different actions. In fact, these are three different actions that I've asked you to do either in this video or in recent videos that I've done. So you can go ahead and pay attention to how I'm doing that. It's really great to reverse engineer what other people are doing. So the pain or the lack that is being experienced is, hey, I don't know how to find the right words to get people to buy from me. All right. So this is a video about what is copywriting. Copywriting is using words to get people to take action, specifically for entrepreneurs. That action ultimately is going to be to buy from you, to pay you, to hire you for what you do. So now that desire, that urge is, yes, that people are buying from you, hiring you from what you do, but specifically as it relates to this transformation is, hey, I now know how to write copy for my business. That's what I want you to walk away from this YouTube video. But look, we're going to use the same positioning, the same cloud and the gold. Oh, and by the way, this is the language that you're going to use when you promote the video. So when I'm writing my email newsletter to promote this video, you can go ahead and pay attention to that. Social media posts, I'm going to be focusing on, hey, are you struggling with this? Is this something you'd like to learn how to do? Then watch this video, right? That's the formula we're always going to use. Let's say the next action I have here is I want someone to sign up for my Outline Your Sales Page webinar. Okay. So I can use the same positioning of, I don't know what words to use to get people to buy from me. And now I can write copy for my business. It's just that this video is maybe the beginning step. The Outline Your Sales Page webinar is a little bit more of an advanced step. It's a much more in-depth training where I go over my 14-part sales page framework. And so I'm going to use that language of the pain and lack, the desire, urge. And you can see on my sign-up page for the Outline Your Sales Page webinar where I'm using this language or this copy, right? I'm using this positioning to write copy. That is how I'm getting people to say yes to sign up for the webinar. And then finally, I have these free sales page templates. I've already mentioned them in this video. I mention them in every video because that's my core opt-in offer. And so I'm making sure that I'm able to talk about that in my videos and on Instagram and social media that, hey, are you struggling? You don't know what to put on your sales page. And now you can write copy for your business. Well, that's the goal that you have. But using these templates is going to get you there, right? So each tool is going to be a very specific variation of this. And we could explore the nuance of, okay, the result of this video is a little bit different than the result of the webinar and the result of the opt-in offer, but the overall goal is the same. And then I'm using that positioning to get people to take the action that I want them to take, but this is also going to help you to achieve the goals that you have. Notice that in this video, I have told you nothing about choosing the right words and getting fancy with your language and things like that. That is absolutely the least important part of writing copy. And when I teach my students in the sales page kit to write copy, that is the very, very, very last thing we're going to do. Otherwise, you're really just putting lipstick on a pig. What we just talked about is what's often called positioning. We have to make sure that we're psychologically positioning what we're doing in the way that is resonating with the person who we're speaking to. That is the most important thing you can know about copy. Once you've mastered what I'm teaching you in this video, you can add on strategies to improve your voice and specific language and write different types of copy. But at the end of the day, everything from an Instagram caption to an email to this video that I'm creating right now to a sales page is going to depend on this formula. I have a question for you. I would love to know your answer in the comments below. What is a piece or a type of copy that you need to create for your business like today, this week? Is it social media content? Is it an email? Is it a sales page? Is it a video? What is it that you need to create? And what is the call to action? What is the action that you want your viewers or audience to take at the end of that piece of content? This is the most important step for creating great copy, is knowing what is the goal? What am I trying to get somebody to do with all of this language? Now let's talk about the most fundamental piece of copy in your business. This is the piece of copy that every single other thing you create should refer back to, should be repurposed from, should be referring to. And that fundamental piece of copy is the place where somebody decides to hire you or pay you or buy your thing. And that is called your sales page. Now, I just recently did a video on my full sales page framework that you can watch right here. That is the next step that I would recommend that you take after watching this video. That way you can apply everything that we talked about here into creating your sales page copy. And I guarantee you, you're going to be landing more clients and customers as a result. I've also created two free Google Doc sales page templates for you. They're essentially like a Mad Lib style plug and play sales page template that you can use that is based on the rainbow of sales that we talked about today to start writing your copy. So go ahead and you can grab that at the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Remember, I'm going to be releasing a new video teaching you all about sales and copywriting every single week. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on the next one, and I will see you then.